Greetings! Mark the passage of Don Markus Schulter Grimson for the very last time. None shall see Don Markus again after this day. He is many things to many people. A friend, officer, mentor, fencer, champion, warrior. Stand back, give him way, let him pass, lest he be cut by his rapier wit, which is only matched by his skill with the blade. Watch, beware, and guard, for he cuts fast, he cuts deep. But fear not! You do not stand in mortal peril. Instead, stand ye entertained. He uses his power only for sport. None shall perish, but all shall enjoy the game of feints and jabs, parries and blows well struck by his mighty skill. Is there a check? There is. Are there words from a royal peer?
I'm Duchess Ariella, and I have the honor of speaking for Markus. Over 10 years ago, I met Markus when he was a brand new fighter at our Verity's heavy weapons practice. And that day, I knew he was a man of honor. And extremely devoted to his wife, Samaya, as much as he is today. Fast forward over 10 years, through injuries and time in the mid-round and a whole lot of fencing practice. And here he is before you today. A fencer of great prowess, a man who leads a large weekly fencing practice full of experienced and new fencers, and a man who still has great integrity and honor. So to be brief, I will say that this is a good thing you do, and he is an amazing representative of fencing in our society and in SMR.
Are there words from a member of the Order of the Chivalry?
I am Count Ulrich of the Mist, 97th King of the Mid-Realm, whose hand was guided to victory and conquest by the dread Countess Catherine, and Knight of the Realm. And at your great leisure, Majesties, if given, I would have words. May I address your populace? Your Majesties, populace, and highnesses, this man comes to you from an order of prowess. He has demanded recognition and renown at the point of a sword, at the test of the list, as is expected of every member of a martial art and a martial order. What I want to talk about is something we don't always talk about with prowess, and that is how it is tempered. Because when prowess is not tempered with the other virtues, it becomes tyranny. And if there is nothing that we can be taught, it is that this man is no tyrant. Where he goes, everyone wants to fight. They want to fence. Because what he brings to the field is joy, not just skill. And that joy is what creates this society and brings it forward. The joy of the list, the love of the society. And because you bring that joy, you are my peer. And I am honored to have spoken. I commend you to your Majesties.
Are there words from a member of the Order of the Laurel?
Indeed there are. I am Maheen Banu Tabrisi, in our kingdom is people who cross the streams, and you cross the streams. And we love that, right? And when you decided you were going to try an art, you did not say, do you know, I will try a simple art. No, you said, do you know, I will try tablet weaving. There were a lot of calls. It was awesome. It was one of the first times that I tried to be on video with someone to help because Markus was like, okay, I think I have this, but. You have the best names. And you got it. And you were so joyful about it. And then someone else came up to me and said, do you know Markus, quiet Markus, weaves? And I was like, does he? Because you don't stand and point to yourself and talk about how fabulous you are. You just quietly do things, lovely things, and you teach them. And you spread art joy. And that's one of the most wonderful things we can possibly do. Thank you for asking us. Do that with joy.
Are there words from a member of the Order of the Pelican?
There are.
Hello, I am Mistress Hilderin Huberman, Order of the Pelican. Majesties and all austere presenters. Look, I can attest to you, populist Markus, that he has attained all of the requirements in corpora for a beard. Yes. But moreover, his service in particular has been exemplary, and he would not be up here today as a fencer if he did not know how to serve the fencing community. Of course he does. All of the masters of defense do. Teaching everybody, holding practices, marshalling, doing what that community needs. Markus, you are so remarkable in that you go so much further. Whatever community that you are in, you see a need, you say, somebody needs to do that. No, he didn't say that, no. He said, I could do that. Even if he doesn't, even if you've never done it before, even if you don't know how to do it, you learn how to do it, seneschalling is not the easiest thing to do. Not only have you seneschaled in our kingdom, which he has, but he has been the founding seneschal of a canton in the mid-realm. And that's not easy. And, I could go on about all kinds of service he has done. He has done a lot, but I won't. Let's just suffice it to say that what you have done in all of the communities that you serve is remarkable. And you are my peer.
Are there words from a member of the Order of Defense?
There are. How did you get a chair?
He asked. He asked. That's how
Your Majesty. Your Highnesses. Your Excellency. I am Master Quinn, co-principal of the Order of Defense of Ethelmart. And Markus is my student. While he is my student, he is not here because of anything I taught. I would not presume to take credit in any way. He is not here by influence or intrigue either. It is true that he is quite handy with a sword, and that he works tirelessly for the good of the society. And while it surely probably has some influence over why he's here, that is really why he is here. That doesn't get to the heart of why he is here. Markus has something that you cannot teach. It's difficult to explain, but you know it when you see it. It's a glint in his eye, a wry smile on his face. The reason he is before you might best be explained as it is emblazoned on a scroll as it circles a sword, forever imprinted on his arm. By some translations, the scroll reads, "The joy of the thing is sacred." That's why he is here, and he is my dear servant.
Having heard these words, their majesties be joined by the members of the Order of Defense and the Ladies of the Rose. Your Majesties, this is Marcus's first appearance. Is there a household medallion?
I'm afraid there is.
Be passed on to the next person in our household who receives the Order of Defense. It is proudly worn by you.
Might be at a party. Is there a lineage medallion?
There is. I present the lineage color of Christian Delaney, which first went to Will Paris, then to Chris Delaney, then Jacob Martinson, then Olena D'Artois, then myself, Cyrus Auger, and now Marcus Grimson.
Is the rose collar present?
Yes, it is. The 21st member of this order to always carry this color. But I feel it's not my place to give this to Marcus. The rose collar should be presented by a rose. And I think there will be no better rose.
He is No? Okay. How about, is there a cloak? It's very cold. Is there a field hood? Duly ensconced as a member of this order, would you hear his mantle?
Before the silver crown of Avalon, do I, Markus,
Scalper Grimson, hereby declare my solemn fealty. With a heart bound to service, I pledge to honor and defend the realm. In the presence of their royal majesties and heirs, I vow to uphold the traditions of our fair kingdom, embodying the noble virtues of this order I am asked to join. May my every action echo the legacy of Athelmont as I stand as a steadfast guardian and devoted servant. So swear I, in the light of our sovereign crown and the grand tapestry of our glorious kingdom.
We hear your words, we accept your oath, and we know they are true. So, there's going to be a bucket. And because of the long relationship between the fencing community and the Roses and the Queen of Ethelmont, the Queen will deliver the bucket. I feel it's important to make this clear about a buffet, whether it's the chivalry or whether it's the order of defense. A buffet is not given to humiliate or to belittle in any way. In fact, it is given in honor. It is symbolic of your steadfast heart in combat and your willingness to stand and suffer to defend what is important to you. So take this as that. This is honor.
And wonderment. The following verse that has been revealed to us from Shemaiah Al-Gazaya. This is valuing discernment in matters of both wit and conversation, so too does this courtier apply his intellect in the art of defense. Like this courtier's artful conversation, he further engages in a dialogue of blades, a courtly discourse with his adversary. His parry becomes a nuanced reply, a discussion not with words, but in the silent language of swords. The duel elevated to a symphony of finesse where our subject's precision meets a seemingly casual grace. He communicates not only through the clash of blades, but in the pauses, where his calculated nonchalance reveals a profound mastery of the art of defense and attack. Beyond the clash of steel and swift footwork, he has worked to become a custodian of wisdom, illuminating a path of knowledge for eager minds. With both patience and skill, he weaves lessons that go beyond the duel and works to strengthen the community of cultured minds. His courtier intertwines threads of both respect and camaraderie to create and maintain a sense of community where victories are celebrated collectively. Defeats are embraced with empathy, and every noble is welcome to share in the joy of fencing. As Castiglione celebrates the courtier's ideal, let this missive serve as tribute to the masterful embodiment of grace, skill, and honor of our subject, Markus Scalper Grimson. He has shown himself to be an example of lethal courtesy and worthy of the praise and acclaim of Sylvan Athelmont. With blade in hand, he faces his challenges with determination, weaving tales of valor that echo through every valley, mountain, and warren throughout the kingdom. As such, and in finding ourselves in receipt of the resounding sentiments of this order, do we, Gareth and Juliana, King and Queen of Athelmart, induct him into the Order of Defense. Done this January 13th, and Societatis 58, at Kingdom 12th Night in the Barony of St. Swithin's Bog. The words by Shemaiah Al-Gazaya, with illumination calligraphy by Kuro Tierney. for Master Marcus Scalper Grimson, newest member of the Order of Defense.
Denied!